Forrest Gump is a beloved film that captivated audiences with its heartwarming story, memorable characters, and remarkable journey through American history. Directed by Robert Zemeckis and released in 1994, Forrest Gump has become an iconic cinematic experience that continues to touch the hearts of viewers worldwide. And among its many memorable moments, the famous running sequence has become an emblem of the film's enduring appeal. With Tom Hanks delivering a captivating performance, the running sequence has become an indelible symbol of determination, resilience, and the power of an ordinary man's journey. And yet there's more to that sequence and the rest of the film than you might know about. In this video, we're taking a look at the gamble Tom Hanks and Robert Zemeckis made, as well as some other fun facts about the movie, the author of the book it's based on, and more. So join Facts First as we present Tom Hanks paid a fortune to film his iconic Forrest Gump scene. The running sequence. The famous running sequence in the film Forrest Gump is an iconic and memorable moment that's really become synonymous with the character and the movie itself. The running sequence begins when Forrest, the simple-minded yet kind-hearted man, embarks on a cross-country run that lasts for over 3 years. The scene captures Forrest's unwavering determination and the way where running becomes a metaphor for his approach to life. With his signature slow, rhythmic stride, Forrest starts running, initially motivated by heartbreak and a need to escape his troubles. But as he continues his journey, his motivations shift, and running becomes a way for him to cope with the challenges he faces and to find solace. The sequence is beautifully shot, capturing the scenic landscapes of America as Forrest runs through different regions, encountering various people and situations along the way. The visuals are accompanied by the film's iconic score, composed by Alan Silvestri, enhancing its emotional impact. The sequence has become an enduring part of pop culture, referenced and parodied in various media. It's often associated with the film's famous quote, "Run, Forrest, run," which has become an iconic catchphrase. Tom picks up the tab. And why are we focusing so much on this running sequence? Because it was nearly left out of the filming schedule. At one point, the studio informed director Robert Zemeckis that they had decided it was too costly to shoot all the running scenes. He was instructed to continue filming without including any of these scenes. But both he and Tom Hanks agreed that the scenes were a vital part of the narrative and of the movie. They were determined to find a way to shoot them. But rather than keep pushing back at the studio, they went the other way. They decided to fund it themselves. Hanks and Zemeckis literally put up their own money and split the cost of shooting those scenes. It was a pretty big risk because no one knew that Forrest Gump was going to be the behemoth movie it turned out to be. So there was a chance it was going to be a very bad financial decision for the two. But their faith in that sequence and the movie itself was powerful, and they felt that it was what needed to be done. They funded the scenes, and the rest is history. Fun facts. Let's talk about some fun facts you might not know about from the movie. The filming schedule for Forrest Gump was unconventional and challenging. The production team shot the scenes depicting Forrest's younger years first, with Tom Hanks losing weight and trimming his hair to portray the character's youthful appearance. After a break of a year, production resumed to film the scenes featuring Forrest as an adult. It allowed Hanks to gain weight and grow out his hair and beard, effectively transforming into the older version of the character. Forrest Gump is notable for its groundbreaking visual effects, particularly in seamlessly integrating Forrest into historical footage. To achieve this, the filmmakers employed a technique called digital compositing, where Hanks' performance was carefully inserted into existing archival footage, blending him seamlessly with historical figures like John F. Kennedy and John Lennon. These visual effects were ahead of their time and played a significant role in the film's success. While Forrest Gump was a meticulously scripted film, there were several memorable improvised moments. One such example is when Forrest is running across the country and he suddenly stops in the middle of the road. The moment was unplanned, as Tom Hanks spotted the water sign, and the decision to stop was made spontaneously during filming. This improv added an authentic and genuine touch to the scene. And to keep the film's budget in check, the production team creatively reused costumes from other projects. The iconic red hat worn by Forrest throughout the movie was actually a leftover prop from the 1992 film The Power of One. The author got screwed. One unfortunate aspect of the production of Forrest Gump is the financial situation surrounding author Winston Groom. Despite the film's tremendous success, Groom did not receive any royalties due to a contractual clause known as the net profits provision. According to this clause, Groom would only receive a share of the profits after the studio recouped all production, marketing, and distribution expenses. The net profits provision is a common practice in the industry, often resulting in disputes and controversies regarding fair compensation. compensation. In the case of Forrest Gump, the studio, Paramount Pictures, claimed the film did not make any net profits due to accounting techniques, distribution costs, and other expenses. Consequently, Groom was not entitled to any financial remuneration from the film's enormous commercial success. This situation caused controversy as the film went on to earn hundreds of millions of dollars at the box office and through various ancillary markets. While Groom's original novel served as the basis for the film, he didn't benefit financially from its success. It's worth noting Groom's initial contract with Paramount did not account for the film's enormous popularity and subsequent revenue. As a result, he got a flat fee for the rights to adapt his novel, and the financial repercussions of the net profits provision left him without a share in the film's significant earnings. The situation drew attention to the issue of fair compensation and the complexities of profit sharing in the film industry. While Forrest Gump remains a cultural phenomenon and continues generating substantial revenue, Winston Groom's financial arrangement highlights the disparity that can occur between a film's box office success and compensation received by those involved. No sequel. After the tremendous success of the movie, there were discussions for a sequel to continue the beloved character. But despite the initial interest and ideas for a follow-up film, a sequel to Forrest Gump never materialized. The proposed sequel, tentatively titled Gump & Co., would have been based on Winston Groom's 1995 novel of the same name. The book continues Forrest's adventures in a post-Vietnam War era, exploring his encounters with various historical figures and his continued influence on American history. Paramount acquired the rights to the novel, fueling speculation, but the sequel faced several challenges that ultimately led to its cancellation. One major factor were creative differences between Winston Groom and the studio. The proposed storyline reportedly diverged significantly from Groom's novel. Additionally, high production costs associated with recreating historical events and characters became a hurdle. Given the ambitious nature of the story, concerns arose about the profitability of the project. But perhaps most relevant was the fact that the script, penned by Eric Roth, was handed into the studio on September 10, 2001, aka the day before the attacks of 9/11. And after that event, Roth, as well as Hanks and Zemeckis, all publicly said they didn't feel the script was in line with the new reality of the world, and they wanted to put it on pause, and that's where it's remained ever since. Now it's time to hear from you. Did you know Tom Hanks and Robert Zemeckis picked up the tab for the entire running sequence? Are you a fan of this classic movie? What's your favorite scene? Let us know in the comments section below.